Hello, this is section 2.2 and here is the list of objectives. And for the first example, we're going to be working on the first objective. Use the addition and multiplication properties of equality to solve linear equations. So if you look at this example, we have 3x minus 9 equals negative 24. We're going to use addition property first. So I'm going to rewrite the problem. With the addition property, we have to pay attention to where is the equality sign. So on the left side of the equality sign is one side, and the other to the right side of equality sign is the other side. Whatever we do to one side, we have to do to the other side. So in this case, since 9 is negative 9 in here, and opposite of that is going to be positive 9. Make this one the same color. So I have to add positive 9 to both sides, because a negative 9 and positive 9 makes it 0. But if I do it on this side, I have to do it to the other side. Again, the two sides are separated by equality sign. Now on the left side, these two cancel each other out, we get 0. So this would be 3x plus 0. On the right side, when you combine, we get negative 15. Let's write it again. 0 doesn't change a number when it's added to a number. Now the next step is to make this coefficient 1. And in order to do that, divide this side by 3. But we have to do the same thing on the other side to keep the balance. And that is multiplication property of equations. So this gives me 1. But 1 times x, and on this side is negative 5. 1 times x is just x, so x equals to negative 5. And therefore, the solution would be negative 5. You can always check the solution. To check it, I'm going to write it again. This is the original equation, 3x minus 9 equals to negative 4, but x is negative 5 in this case, and I will have to use order of operation. So that gives me negative 15, negative 9. The question is that, is this equal to negative 24? As a matter of fact, this is negative 24 when you combine them. And therefore, this is true. If this is true, that means yes, this is the solution. So we check the solution. It would be always nice to check the solution. Okay, let's look at the next objective. Combining like terms and use the distributive property. For the next example, we just learn how to combine like terms, just as part of this objective. So look at this example for the next objective. You see that the variable term x shows up in 2 places. On the left side of equation and also on the right side. we're gonna have to make sure we move them to the same side so we can combine them. And remember that it doesn't matter which side. Right now we're gonna keep it on the left side. So opposite of 2x is negative 2x, and I have to write it in here. And remember, this is where the equality sign is. I'll write it down again. 4x, my problem was 4x minus 2x. This is on the left side, and then so this is the left side. I just added negative 2x to this side. I have to do the same thing on the right side. Okay, the blue ones are the ones that I had it from the first step. I only added negative 2x to both sides of the equation. Again, the sides are separated by equality sign. So if you do negative 2x on this side, you have to do to the other side. This is addition property. We know that positive 2x and negative 2x are opposite. So when you combine it, you get 0. And that's what we're looking for. But on the left side, when you combine these, we get 4x minus 2x, which is going to be positive 2x. And then negative 8 equals this 0 minus 16. I'm going to write it again. 0 minus 16 is minus 16. The next step is to use the addition property one more time, and that one is to add 8 to both sides. I write it in this format, which is called vertical format. Whenever you add 8 to this side of the equality, then you have to do it to the other side to keep the balance. This is called addition property of equalities. Now you're gonna combine like terms. You do it vertically. 2x doesn't have anything which is like that, so you just put 2x. A positive 8, negative 8 would be 0, and this is negative 8. I'm gonna rewrite it. 0 added to a number doesn't change it, so 2x equals negative 8. Now we have to use multiplication property. So I'm going to divide by the coefficient of x, which is 2. To keep the balance, we have to do it on both sides, because this is where the two sides are separated. Remember, this is multiplication property of equality. Whatever, if you divide both sides by, if you divide one side by 2, you have to divide the other side by 2, because this gives me 1x, so I'm going to just write it just x, and then this would be negative 4, because the signs are different. So that should be the solution. Please go ahead and check the solution like we did it for the previous problem. In this case, we have to replace x with negative 4 in here and in here. And with the order of operations, simplify the left side, simplify the right side, we should get the same answer. And that should be the solution to this one, if that's a true statement. I'm going to stop this video at this point, because I would like you to practice it to make sure you completely understand it. I have put practice 3 and 4, practice 1 and 2 on the next page, and you will be able to submit these to practice. So if you go to the next topic for this module, you will see practice 1 and 2 assignment that you will submit it. And when you're done with that assignment, come back here and I'll show you to make sure if your solutions are correct. And after we're done with this objective, I will also talk about the next objective, and that would be example 3 and 4.